Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Daddy Daughter Dishes. I am your host, Kiara, and with me, I have my lovely co host,
BJ, the daddy.
BJ the Daddy. And he is in a different environment today. So, should we have any audio mishaps or connectivity issues, don't say we didn't warn you in the beginning. But
Hey
Dad,
man,
where you at today?
why you putting me on blast like that?
I
Like,
had the preface. I had the preface. All it takes
I,
is one bad quality episode for somebody to be like, that's why I don't watch them and listen to them.
well, that be their damn fault. But anywho, I am at our humble abode in Ullin. I figured out how to get some mobile hotspot Wi-Fi internet service here well enough where we could record an episode. I'm actually on my way back to Evansville from my weekend in Nesbit, Mississippi. So when you text me earlier and said, "Can we record today?" I was like, "Sure," with a
Why the
question
hell
mark. Why not? But
not?
yeah, I'm here at the house, in the kitchen, in a makeshift studio for now. We just, trying to make it work for now.
Gotta make it do what it do.
That's right.
Well, this is episode 14. Yeah, because
14.
that episode 13 was a bad luck episode, technically. But it was a good episode. That was a
Oh,
fire episode.
it wasn't bad luck. It was funny as hell to get started. For
It
those
was
who
a
don't know, it
funny
was
episode. If y'all didn't really understand why it was so funny and why we were laughing, so the intro music plays on the platform. Like for us, it's something I could add in post production, but we have the option to play it before we record to prompt my, hello everybody. So I'm counting down for it to play, and it just was not playing. And we was already in a goofy kind of mood, so it just put the icing on the top on cake for us, and that was a good moment. So if you ever hear us laughing again at the beginning with no music, it's because we
That's
can't play
what it
no music.
is. That's right.
So
How's your weekend been? Oh,
it's
it's been
been
it's Memorial Day weekend. Been an
hmm
extended weekend. So how has your weekend? You, Siege, and Turbs. How's your weekend been?
we've had a good weekend. I kind of kicked off my weekend at a float spot again. I went and floated
Oh,
once more. It was very relaxing per usual. I was in that thing. It felt like I blinked and my timer had went off and my hour was up. Uh, so that was relaxing. I kicked that off nice. Came home and untwisted my dreadlocks, which they all big and fluffy now. So they doing
mm-hmm.
their thing. Um, and Friday, oh, we started a little at home project, which I'm not showing yet because it's not done and it looks half. I don't like showing stuff that's not done. But we put
Right.
wallpaper on this wall, and literally where the camera stops, the wallpaper stops. So I'm sitting at a good angle on purpose. But that was a fun teamwork project that me and Siege was working on. He was, of course, I just wanted to get up there and start peeling and sticking. And he was like, no, babe, let's measure it and cut it
Oh
so that
yeah.
it's easier to apply. And we got a squeegee to get the air bubbles out. And he made sure that it was going to look real good. Where I just wanted to get it up there. At one point, I was like, I don't care how I look, just keep going. I'm tired. I'm ready to get it done. Then Turbs, little pissy boy, he had a pretty good weekend, but this morning when we let him out, or should I say this afternoon, he pissed all in his pee pad. We took his pad off. He got his fur is matted down with pee. I said, I'm finna, ooh wee, turbo,
Wait a
turbo,
minute.
turbo.
Hold on. So maybe I misunderstood how the pee pad worked. Is it supposed to keep him from peeing,
Yes, it's
or is it
supposed
something
to.
that he like pee in?
So it's supposed to stop him from peeing on our stuff. So it's like a
Oh,
diaper. It's like a
he got
diaper.
to pee somewhere.
But that's the thing. He not supposed to be peeing inside in the first place.
Mm.
So we was finna take him outside, and we took the pad off of him, and the pad was soaked, and his fur was matted, and he was just looking all excited. He just wanted to play, and so we hosed him down. We sprayed him down, and then he had to sit on the patio for a little bit, but we sat out there with him, so uh, he wasn't too lonely, but he was confused. Um, uh-oh, I got a connectivity issue, but that's okay. I'm gonna keep talking.
Yeah, I
Recording
still
continues
see.
smoothly. Oh, okay, cool. It said recording continues smoothly. Nice. Um, and then me and Siege went to try out some new restaurants this weekend in our area. We went to a little bakery yesterday. It was cute. Today we went to get some wings. Those were
Mm.
delicious. They had fried pickles too, and fried mac and cheese bites.
Ooh,
Mm. She ain't never
that
had
sounds
none. You should.
that sounds delicious.
It was quite fantastic. Service was great. Like I need to write the place a review. It was a good spot. Um, and I got to play with some new tech. You know, I'm a little bit of a nerd, so I got a this smart composter sent to me by this company called Lomi, and I got to play with that this weekend. So that was really fun. I got a new camera lens too, and a new mic. If you guys can't
Mm.
tell, then you need a hearing aid
Yeah,
because the quality has definitely stepped this game up. Dad's is on the way.
yeah. You sent me a message about getting a new mic and a mic stand.
Hmm.
So yeah, I'm working. I'll be getting that sometime this week once I
That
get
was
get it
that
ordered.
was your executive producer talking to you. That wasn't your co-host.
Oh, yeah. I figured
She had
the message came across kind of bossy. Like you need to get this done, no questions asked, sir. Yeah.
and you said okie dokie.
Hey, what else I'm gonna say?
No, but it was I mean, she sent me the same message. So once I got
Oh,
it
oh,
though, it was a great investment. Oh, and I finally found my Apple Pen. So I'm happy. My life is going well. My weekend went well. I'm not looking forward to the week though. Like I'm actually thinking about calling in sick tomorrow because I don't know.
wow,
Some don't
wow,
feel
wow.
the vibes just ain't right. Some don't feel like I gotta work tomorrow.
Mm.
And I
So
gotta
it,
go
your
in.
your spirit ain't sizzling with the work idea, huh?
Nah, and I'm supposed to be. I know people gonna want to talk to me tomorrow, and I don't feel like talking.
You
Monday is
already know
normally
you
my
don't feel like
day.
you
I
already know you
already
don't feel
know.
like talking.
Yep, because Mondays are usually my buffer days because I work from home on Mondays, and so those are
Right.
usually my days where I don't talk to people. So I'll be warmed up to go in on Tuesday and be all, "Oh my god, how was your weekend? How were your kids?" But I ain't getting no buffer day today. Like I'm supposed to not be thinking about work today. And then tomorrow I'm just
Mm-hmm.
supposed to wake up, put on clothes, and go to work and do work.
Look, listen to you. You got it tough. You got it real rough.
Life is hard, man.
I feel for
It's
you. I feel for you.
how was your
God,
weekend?
let's see. It was pretty good. Like so what Thursday we were at work and it wasn't we didn't have a whole lot to do, but we had enough to do. Like it was a day's work to do, but we kind of got it done. And a little bit after lunchtime, the boss man gave us a call and was like, "Hey, what you guys doing?" And we were like, "Oh, we working." He was like, "Well, whatever you got going on, finish it up and get the hell out of there. Have a good weekend. We'll see you Tuesday." And this was Thursday, so he gave us
Ain't that what
Friday
you
off.
wanted him to do? Do you want him to do that?
Absolutely, man. I was like,
Shout
"Look
out to
at
boss
God. Look
man.
at
Shout out to boss man.
Shout out to GT Money. GT Money always coming through. He always coming through. So got off a little early Thursday. Came through the house. I put up the new mailbox. So when I came through, it was the first time I got to check the mail since I put the new
Mm,
mailbox up.
that
And
was a good
I had a
experience.
I had a stack of mail, and then I had a little note from the postal carrier, and the note was like, "Oh my God, thank you so very much." Because my mailbox been down for a minute, y'all. We kind of touched on it on a previous episode, but I've gone a few weeks Uh,
She said, "Man, your mailbox is stressing me out."
yeah, there was a lot of mail in that the backup mail pile. It was a quite a bit of mail in there. Pretty much, I mean, it was a lot, but a lot of that shit was junk mail. I wish the post office could just sort through it and just you know throw it straight in the trash or send it back to the companies and tell them to stop killing trees. Because some of these places they just need their asses whooped for what they be sending out as quote unquote mail. It's just be a bunch of junk.
Yeah, a
But
lot of
so
spam.
yeah, spam, paper spam. Um, so
Put the
then
spam.
ended up
Bam.
leaving and went down to, you know me, I went down to Nesbitt, Mississippi to hang out with hair and makeup, Tanya B. And what we do? Well, Friday I didn't do much because she still had to work. And I ended up I got a little something cooking. I ain't really ready to share yet, but I got a little something cooking. I'm
That I
contemplating
didn't
starting.
share what I needed to share, and I kicked my butt for. I was supposed to share something with you, and I ain't do it yet. I apologize.
Oh, but that's all right. So
I'm gonna put it in my to-do list while you continue talking.
I went I'm contemplating starting another business. So I took Friday. I went to look at some equipment that might be involved with said business. And what else I do? Made a couple contacts for said business, possible business venture. And went and ate lunch. And after that, then Saturday, we took um, the little baby to Discovery Park in Union City, Tennessee, and walked around there. That was a pleasant experience. I will say, it's like a museum in Northwest Tennessee. Let's just call it a museum. They call it Discovery Park. But I'm in there, you know me. I'm
Yeah,
looking for
I do.
subtle things that can get by with the average person that ain't really paying attention. So they
Hmm.
had a section in there about the Civil War and slavery and all that stuff, and it had
Should
something about
not have
Martin
taken
Luther
you by that
King.
section.
Man, and it was like it made like for the person just idly walking by reading that, they'd be like, it said something about him being from Memphis, and I would look, I said, man, he wasn't from Memphis. Like he died in Memphis, but he wasn't from. So I stayed there and I read it again. And I'm like, the way it's worded would make a person think he was from Memphis.
You
And
said
then there was a
somebody with
couple.
no critical thinking skills, aka 50% of the population.
Yeah, and it's like you walk through there. They had a little KKK hoodie in one of the damn the compartments. And I'm like,
Hmm.
ah. They had receipts and stuff, but I thought they would have went a little more into detail, but they didn't touch on that. And I was kind of noticing the crowd how they was reacting when they walked by that particular section, and they didn't want
Uh
no
huh.
parts.
Well, somebody was probably like, "That's my granddaddy hat."
Stop it! But no, it was other than
Damn
those a
minorities
couple.
always want something from us.
Stop it. Other than a few little subtle things, subtle errors, we'll call them. That was a pretty good experience. It was that's a nice facility down there. Like if you get a chance, anybody get a chance, go down to there, Union City, Tennessee, to Discovery Park. It's a good place. I wanted to take Mari too, but we had a little mix up with I didn't tell her I wanted to take her, but I was gonna try to surprise her by taking her. And she she had a field trip to Holiday World on
Mm.
she told me it was Thursday, but I texted her Thursday and asked her, I was like, how's Holiday World going? She was like, well, about that, Dad. I looked at my calendar wrong and my field trip is tomorrow. I was like, oh, well, hell. And then Friday when I texted her, she seemed like she was having a good time while she was there. And we stayed in contact throughout the day while she was there. And I think she went to see y'all's Gigi Mall. on Saturday,
Mhm.
and that's always a good thing because I think what Gigi Mo getting up there to be mid 90s now.
She up there.
Yeah, so that's always a blessing to be able to spend some time and interact with a relative that's that age. And that was it. That was Saturday, and then Sunday, pretty chill day. Didn't do too much. Went to visit Gator Jones and the real Mrs. Jones,
Gator
and was
Jones.
supposed to link up with Uncle Dave, but time kind of got away from me, so I ended up eating breakfast with him this morning before I left from down in the Memphis area. We ate breakfast at the Waffle House, and
I knew it.
I came on back up. Got here, went and visited Rodney this afternoon. Stopped by and seen Uncle Bob and TT Lydia, and I got my Wi-Fi connection going. So here we are. Now we're recording. So my weekend has been pretty dope.
It seemed like you had a pretty eventful weekend. I don't know why I thought Discovery was a science museum.
It is. It's got
Oh, okay.
it's got all kind of stuff. It's got some
Like
historic stuff in there.
Discovery, the brand.
Oh,
Okay.
I don't know if it's a brand or not. That's just the name of the place, Discovery Park.
Oh, okay. Where you look like
Discovery.
you finna say so.
I was getting ready to say I do have when I was in Memphis, I got a chance to go sit with one of my guys I went to UT Martin with. And he owns a business. So I don't have the shirt on today, but I will have it on the next episode. Uh, and me and him talk, man. Shout out to PT, Pretty Tone. Man, we sat and we talked in his cigar shop, and we just kind of reconnected because it's been a minute since I've seen him. But just like it happens when good people, when you interact with good people, if it's been a while and you reconnect, it seems like not a day has gone by. It's like y'all pick up and just start. Man, he's a girl dad, and I consider myself a girl dad too. So
There's no
we
other way to
we
put it.
just we chopped it up. We sat and we talked for a good hour or so, maybe a little bit more, and it was real good connecting with Pretty Tone. Shout out to Antonio Gardner down at B Leaf Cigar Company, Memphis, Tennessee. I'm gonna have
We
the
need
shirt
to
on.
shout them out.
We gonna do the official shout out next week, man. I'm just it just rolled off the side of
I
my head.
know.
I told you I was winging it today. You
I
got me out here
know.
recording stuff with no notes, no topics, no nothing. So
Dang, you
hey,
telling all the business. The
that's all right.
writers is on strike in LA. We ain't got no script, so we gotta wing it.
We ain't never
Damn
had
it.
no script.
No, we ain't had no script. We don't do scripts over here. What is we? CVS scripts
But yeah,
pharmacy?
that was the gist of my weekend. Looking, I don't know if I'm looking forward to getting back to work tomorrow. Kind of like you, without all the hostility.
A black
uh,
woman speaks out of line and she hostile. No, I'm very hostile. I'm
I'm,
extremely hostile.
I'm just, Monday, like Monday is your buffer day, right?
Hmm.
So for me, Monday is it's just that day to just get back in the groove, ease back into things. And normally, I'm coming up. That's my 3 a.m. wake up day. So my Mondays are normally extra long.
Hmm.
Uh, I'm not gonna have that this Monday, and I'm not gonna have that going on a Tuesday either. So because as soon as we finish recording this episode, I'm getting in my truck and I'm hightailing it to Evansville because I am not waking up at 3 a.m.
You
tomorrow
could have
morning.
told me to wait
Nah,
until
man.
tomorrow.
But here's the thing. It's the first day of the week. So I'm still gonna be dragging ass no matter what. It's the first day of the work week. And I was like, I don't want to be recording all sluggish and dragging ass and looking all tired and stuff. So that's why I just stopped here at the house and get this recording in now. That way it's done, and we ain't gotta worry about all
Yeah,
that other stuff.
that makes sense.
Oh, I did have a therapy session last Thursday. Forgot about that. Had a
Oh,
good
I
I
have
had a good
not.
therapy.
I need to also add that to my to-do list. I haven't
You
been
been
in therapy in about 2 months.
really? I know we
I would
didn't
say
before
probably like a
because you
month
was
and a
trying.
half.
I know you was trying to get moved in and all that before that kind of put a halt on things. But you gotta check in now. You gotta.
Yeah, so I had an emergency session about a month and some change ago. Uh
Hmm.
but I feel like I am absolutely feeling like I haven't had a therapy session in a month and some change, but it ain't been like super terrible.
You know what that means. You know, so I know you probably do. I do too. I don't use therapy to just talk about quote unquote bad things. You got to talk about the good stuff too. So you
Yeah,
know,
that's what I'm excited because I think next time we talk, I will. Well, we'll have to talk about a balance of things, but I think most of the session will probably just feel good because to me, like therapy is always like a weight off my shoulder. Like every time I get off, I just feel like, whew, like all that
yeah,
stuff I had in me, I just let it out. I be feeling bad for
man.
my therapist too. I'd be like, I hope you have a good therapist. She be cracking up. I'd be like, I'm so serious because I know I'm crazy, and so I know you got some other crazy clients. I can only imagine the stuff she has to be a therapist about. I'm like,
But that's why
she's
she's. You know, it takes a special person to fill that role as a therapist. Like not saying
that
that
is
they
true.
don't need therapists, but it takes a special person to be able to do what they do. Everybody can't do that.
This is
So
true.
I'm sure he, whoever it is, I'm sure she's well qualified and well versed in being a therapist and knows when to say when as far as what she intakes from her clients.
Yeah. Yeah, she cool. Shout out Alicia. She one of them therapists too. She just let you talk and she just be writing. I'd be like, what?
Man,
Can I see your notes? Cause what are you writing? I, I'll be saying something about something and it'll be something so minor to me. And I see her pick up a pen and I say, wait, what is that? And
you
she'll be
sound
like,
like
"Oh, nothing. It's just for me to come back to later." I'll be like, "Uh huh. You better not be writing no crazy shit in there."
you sound like Kim Jones. She say the same thing about her therapist. My therapist be slick with it. Like she kind of like you. You know how you got your camera at an angle today. My therapist, shout out to Micah Coleman. She will keep like only thing I'm gonna see is from here up.
She
So
do.
if she writing something, I can't even tell she writing. So she take extensive notes too. And like the next time we talk, she'll hit me with some stuff I be done forgot I said.
You be
And
like,
she was
"Damn,
like,
I talked about that."
let's revisit that, Mr. Nelson. I'm like, all
You
right,
know, the
let's
what
revisit.
you recently you talked about your issues with blah blah blah. I'd be like, damn, I must have been deep sadness because I don't ever bring that up. What you mean I talked about that? Can we erase that from your notes, please? I don't want to talk about that. No, but
But
that you had a good therapy session. Anything you want to share? Any discoveries
nah,
that you made?
just
It was just a
just
good
some.
one.
It was just a good one. We discussed some of the recent events that's been going on within our family dynamic, and I just kind of touched on that stuff and went in depth as to how I dealt with it with who I dealt with it with. Uh, but yeah, it was just a good. It was a mixture. It was like a feel good, and then it got not real heavy, but it got a little
Yeah,
bit serious, but not too serious. So I was
you was
feeling
able
really
to
good.
release.
Absolutely. And then the
Well, that's
setting where
good.
I did my therapy session, like I was on the back patio of
Mm. I
it
know
was
I know that
outside,
setting all too well.
the
I take
shade,
my
man.
mm.
If I would have had a one of them from nature cigarettes, boy, it would have ain't no telling what I'd have been talking.
Is that a fancy term for marijuana?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay. I was
From
like, is that your friend's brand of cigars?
no.
I was to say, Daddy, you spoiling it again. No, I mean, hey, that's the best way to do it though. That's what the therapist. That's what she get to taking them notes you don't remember, and she be like, "All right, so let's talk about." And you be like, "Ah, oh, I talked about that with you."
I wouldn't know much about that, okay?
Yeah, I. The crowd says,
Not in a
"It's
therapy
me. I'm the
setting.
crowd." Oh gosh, you got
Not in a therapy setting.
Well, look, I this weekend, I forgot to say that I watched a movie, which I don't really be
What
watching
did
movies like that because
what,
I get distracted.
what did you watch?
But I think you mentioned it on the last episode, or you mentioned it after. But I watched the White Man Can't Jump remake.
Ah, yeah. I finished it too. I finished it
That
too.
was a
I was
very
pleasant.
enjoyable movie.
I was pleasantly surprised at the movie.
I I was too. I was.
Yeah.
We gotta talk about it because first of all, you. This is maybe a dumb question, but you've seen the original White Man Can't Jump, right?
Hmm. Yes.
Okay. I wasn't gonna judge if not, because I've seen it, but I know I only remember certain parts, which of course those parts were reflected real good in the new movie. But I thought it was a good. I thought Kenya Barris did Spike Lee nice with his remake. I don't like Kenya Barris, so I had to get past myself when I saw that he directed the movie.
Wait a
But
minute. Pause. Hey, pause. Why you don't like Kenya Barris? Whoever is that the director or
mhm,
producer?
executive
Why you
producer, whoever,
why
because
don't you
he,
like Kenya?
excuse my language, but he always fucking shit up. Like his this man, he let me tell you, look, I'm gonna show you with his movies that he has remade. Okay, he was in charge of the remake of Coming to America.
Oh, no,
Yeah,
yeah.
he
Okay.
makes the show Blackish,
Mm,
Mixedish, Grownish, all them
uh,
shows. He also made that movie You People with Jonah Hill and
oh,
Eddie
yeah. That
Murphy.
movie was not. Yeah. Okay. I
So
see what you're
he
saying. I see where you're
the
going
Cheaper
with
by the
this.
Dozen remake, like he has a certain je
He
ne
like
sais
he
quoi
tried too
about
hard.
him. Yeah, it's like
He
he
in all
say
every one of
like,
those.
"Hey
It's like he
y'all,
tries too hard.
like I'm down with the cause,
Yeah.
because I'm black too." That's all I
Yeah.
get from
It's
all
too
his
much.
productions.
I
So
got you.
they knew what they was doing to put his name at the end. Because if I would have saw his name pop up at the beginning, I would
You
not
would
have
know.
watched the movie.
You would not
And I
watch
looked
the
on
movie.
Twitter, and a lot of people share my like people was
Wow.
like, I thought White Man Can't Jump was good till I saw Kenya Barris directed it, and I was like, oh wait, that
And all of a sudden it made it bad.
I'm like, I just make it bad now because he. And then I was like, well, damn, some of the lines was cringy in the movie. Now I think about it, but if you know, you know. I mean, I'm a person. I can separate the artist from the art, and I can
Uh-huh.
appreciate the art. I really enjoyed me and CJ. I was cracking up the whole movie. Me and CJ, we had a fun time watching the movie. So I wanted, as someone who is familiar with the original and was around when the original came out, and I mean, you might not saw much public feedback because there wasn't social media, but like, how did you feel about the new movie and how it was up to date and more modern than the other one? How did you feel?
Well, I actually was blown away. Not blown away. I was caught off guard because I came across the movie on accident. I was
Mm,
scrolling through Hulu and I saw it and I'm like, what? Okay, well, let me click
you
on
said
this and see.
this
And
ain't
I
Wesley.
started watching it and I was like, okay, yeah. But as far as I really honestly, I drew no comparisons to the first one. To me, it just if
Not
that was
even
a
the
first time,
flamethrower scene. I'm gonna go get my flamethrower.
I mean, Well, the dude, he didn't have a flamethrower. The first
Yeah,
movie, he just went and got a pistol
I'm
or
going with my
a
trunk.
gun or something. Yeah, he going and everybody ran. They didn't really wait till he came back with something. Everybody was waiting like they was like, he going to get a flamethrower, and everybody was like,
They
really?
said
Now
a flamethrower. What is
let's
that?
just stand here and see if he really got one. And then next thing you know, here he is throwing flames. But I was like
I
you,
thought that was a type of gun.
um, I was, you know me, I'm getting older, right? So facial recognition. I was
Mm.
watching it, and the dude, can't the black actor, whatever
Mhm.
his name is, I don't know his
I know
name,
you're talking
but
about
I was trying to pick. You know
Kenya
how you do.
something.
You try
Yeah,
to.
I know him
I'm
from
like,
somewhere.
I was like, I know this boy from somewhere. I done seen this face somewhere before. I know I done seen his face. And I was like, I told
Really?
Nick, I got to work and I asked Jamel, had he seen it? And he was like, yeah, bro. He felt the same way. He was pleasantly surprised, you know. And he was like, dude was on power. I was like,
Yep.
that's right. He was the damn driver that,
He
yeah,
was
that got caught
Kanan's
up.
son.
Yeah,
He was
banging
Kanan's
the,
son. Tasha.
yes. He was, yeah. And then,
'Cause I said the exact same thing.
the little, now I gotta give it
Jack
to old
Harlow,
boy.
my
Huh?
boy. Jack Harlow.
Man, dude played his part in that movie. That's got to be how
He
he is in real life because that
he
shit went way too natural. It seemed like it flowed way too easy for him.
Jack Harlow absolutely did not probably he probably didn't get no script. He probably was just like, "You want me to just be me?" Because if you listen, you know what he's saying.
Nah, I ain't hip to the
He
hip
a
talk.
rapper. He was popping.
I
Brand new
know
whip
he's
just
a rapper.
hopping. I got
Okay, is that
options.
who's seen
I can
that?
have that. Yes,
Oh,
that's him. So he's definitely the smooth white boy that you be like, oh, he can hang with us. He don't act say the N word or nothing.
yeah,
Like it. And when I saw him first enter the movie, I said, yeah, this is gonna be good.
yeah. And I was,
he
I enjoy his character real. I really did enjoy his character. That was dope.
eh, I
I
like that the
liked what's her
storyline
name's
wasn't
character
cheesy.
too.
Tiana
Like,
Taylor.
man, like she played a
Mm.
down ass wife. Like you talking about somebody
Uh,
that's stand by their man through thick and thin. Like
she said, put my money on it. I said,
she
ooh.
said, I got this. Y'all go focus on trying to get the
Well,
other
I
two
mean, she is a basketball wife in real life.
in real life. Like so, she was playing her part too without really playing her part. She was just being herself.
Mhm. It
But
seemed
yeah,
like a lot of the folks was like a lot of the people that I saw that were like on there, whether it was just a cameo or whatever, seemed to be playing their personal parts. Like even the guys that was on his team, one of them was Vince Staples, which is a rapper, and he was just the laid back one. He was the one that was with Mildred, the old white the white
yeah,
lady.
yeah. When she had a BBL.
Yeah, so he plays that role in every movie. He was also in what movie was he in that me and you went to see together? He was
Me.
in Dope, I think. Yeah, he was in Dope
Um,
also.
what he playing
So
dope
he one of the laid back, chill, like party characters. He just was
for
chill.
real?
Mhm.
That's
Yep.
I like that movie. You know what else I enjoyed about White Man Can't Jump? It's for me now. A lot of
Let me
times, you want
okay,
to
what?
guess?
Nah.
So a lot of times, me being a former basketball player, a lot of quote unquote basketball movies, the basketball part of it be so damn corny and made
It
up
be that
that you
one
just be like,
shot that keep going in. He like, they
you
ain't
just
make
be
that.
like, come on, man. Nobody, that shit don't even look real. But I didn't see, I'm not going to say none of it existed in this movie, but I didn't see or I didn't notice a lot of like phony ass basketball stuff. It seemed really kind of authentic, the basketball part of it. Like even the main
Mhm.
character doing his moves, Jack. I liked it. I was like I say, I was pleasantly surprised and pleasant and enjoyed that movie.
Yeah, me and CJ was having a good time watching. You know me. I'm like mommy when it come to movies. So I'm like, we going through the scenes. I was like end scene. This was gonna happen. We like 10 minutes into the movie. I
Telling
like
the
I know the ending already. I can already
yeah.
tell, and sure enough, I had it right. But the his dad, the old man, he is Detective Daniels on The Wire, and he
Yeah.
just passed away. He just passed
Like in
away.
real life?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like
Oh
maybe a
wow.
month ago.
Dude got a lot of movie credits because I was watching John Wick and he was one of the John Wicks. He was in that movie. I was watching
Yep.
that last night. I fell asleep on it, but I was watching it. And I was
It
like,
because you
damn,
was
I just
tired,
saw
not because
this.
it was bad. Yeah, but it was
No,
he's
yeah, because
Detective
I was wore
Daniels.
out.
That's my and he's in an animated series on Netflix too, which is hilarious. But just seeing him play a part, knowing he just passed, like that, seeing that kind of made me, emotional because I was like, oh, he
Oh
played it
yeah,
so
man.
well.
I didn't
Um,
realize that he had just passed.
yeah, but then one of the lines that just almost made me pee on myself, it was just hilarious because of the timing, because me and CJ had started the movie going or whatever, and we was both like, he looked like D Wade. And so then
Mm.
as they was doing something and they was like, fake
This
ass
was
D
like
Wade.
fake ass D Wade.
It was like they heard us say, like they said it like maybe 5 minutes after we had just said he looked like D Wade, and then it was like the part where he's like, "You take this, you're gonna be on the streets of LA doing TikToks without a cell phone." Like the writing was good when I knew it wasn't Kenya Barris. And then I found out it was Kenya Barris, and I was like, oh, here we go again. We get it. You want to be funny. Ha ha ha. But
So
yeah.
you,
And
you
you knew who you saw Murder, Little Murder.
yeah, that's what I was just gonna say. I was just gonna say, it was weird watching dude from P Valley try to be hard. I'm like, I said, man, I'm gonna flip the channel and you're gonna be taking something up the butt. Nobody
Goodness
paying you.
gracious.
You ain't
Down
hard.
in the valley where the girls get like. Yeah, it was really hard to see him as that thug. I was like,
Hey,
maybe they should have
that
cast a
was
different person just for the timing. But I understand he got to get that off-season P Valley money because P Valley not on
yeah.
right now.
And with the writers' strike, you might not see no more P Valley. And we
Exactly.
we still
Exactly.
don't know why Uncle Clifford was on Snowfall. So
Apparently, they
so
was there
yeah.
together.
So Uncle
Look,
Clifford was at
he
Uncle
said, hey,
Jerome.
babe, I gotta go to this funeral. And he said, all right,
That's
I'm
what
gonna go shoot up the basketball park.
we need to check the timing of those movies to
It
see
ain't.
if Uncle
Uncle
Clifford
Jerome died. When he
if
had died
Uncle
in like the
Clifford
90s something. I mean, Uncle Jerome, he would have been
but,
dead.
but Uncle Clifford was there dressed as Uncle Clifford. Like he was Uncle
This
Clifford.
is true. This
So we
he
need to
was,
see
but I'm saying that was in like 97 when it would have took place. White Man Can't Jump would have been more modern in the more 2018, 2019 because it was TikTok and all that good stuff.
I know that on the surface. I'm just saying we need to see
I'm
if Murder was filming White Men Can't
oh,
Jump while Uncle Clifford was because hey, they might want you to think it's just a screen thing when they might really
and
be. Eh,
this is
mm,
true. Oh, while
mm.
we are on this topic,
Oh,
I am reading this. I just finished reading this book. It's called The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. And oh my God, if you plan on reading this book, you might want to fast forward because I got some things to talk about with this book. So it's a fiction book, right? But it's about this actress who is older now. She's writing a biography. And so the book is her walking us through her journey growing up as an actress. Whole if you don't plan on reading, you probably don't plan on reading it. You'll probably forget. But
you never know. Go
whole
ahead.
t- whole time she is a lesbian, and this is in like the 50s.
Ooh,
So
taboo.
she ends up becoming best friends with a gay guy named Harry who works in the industry as like a producer or something. He's gay. Long story short, they end up getting together because they're like, okay, obviously we can't tell people who we really are. So how about I marry you and then you get with the girl that I want to be, or you get with the whoever. Like you get with the
Mm,
guy, you get my partner,
yeah.
I get your partner. And so
Right.
that it was a really good book. It really just just took you through
That
her
sounds like
journey
that'll be a
of.
good movie.
That's what I'm saying, and I think they are adapting it. And because the girl that she's telling her story to is black, and then because the twist, I swear, if you are reading this book, fast forward because you're gonna be mad. But the twist is that the girl's husband, who was gay, his lover was the author's dad. So
The
she had brought
author's
his
dead.
the girl she was telling her story to, who's writing the book about her dad had passed in a car accident, and he
Oh.
was her dad. And she was like, she ended up finding her because she was a part of the reason that he died in a way. I won't ruin that. But
Mm.
so she was like, I wanted you to know, like so her daddy was on the DL, and like so she having to deal with the fact she just learned like three new things about her
Oh.
dad. And she's like, I love
Yeah.
my dad. I only knew
That's
my dad is
juicy.
like a straight man. It's a good book though.
Wow.
So if y'all don't care about spoilers, that's a great book. Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. It's great on audiobook. And if it comes out as a movie, you should definitely read the book first. I'm just saying.
Mm.
Because I'm sure they'll mess it up somehow. But yeah, that was a great movie. I mean, great book, great book. White Man Can't Jump was a great movie. I really did enjoy seeing Jack Harlow. You know me, like I be feeling like I'm really close to these people.
Yeah.
Um, and I felt like I was really proud of Jack Harlow. Like I really enjoy his music. His music is some of that like fun music you can just kind of sit and vibe with. It ain't nothing too
Hmm.
deep. It ain't nothing too crazy. And he don't
Right.
be trying to sound like Eminem. So
Mm.
I really just get
He's
to
Jack
sit and
Harlow.
he's
He's
Jack Harlow.
comfortable
He
in his
not
own
another
space.
white boy. Exactly.
That's
So
good to
I
hear.
I enjoyed seeing him just be. I felt like I was watching a really long album of his, just how he was talking. When he was like, I take Venmo or Zelle, but you look like you're kind of like a Cash App guy.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then he was like, you get to say, he was like, you get to say more of the fun jokes than I do. And he was like, what other black
What
jokes you
you
want to
mean?
make?
What you mean? Yeah. Yeah. And when he stole on murder, I like that scene too. That was funny.
He said, bro, we don't want any problems. We just, whoa. I said, how you get knocked out twice? You gotta go and hide. You talk about you gonna light up the basketball game after. What kind of? I mean, but it was realistic line, so I could appreciate it. But that'd be people's mentalities. Um, but yeah, White Man Can't Jump. It was a great watch. If you are looking for like a 2 hour watch, plot isn't crazy. If you've seen the original, I think you can appreciate the adaptation of the updated one when you look
Yeah.
past
It's
the
a good
fact that
movie.
Kenya Barris made it. Um, yeah, I hope we get some more Spike Lee remakes. I would like to see more.
Mm.
You look like you're pondering on something.
Nope.
Oh, good, because I have more to talk about.
I know you do.
Uh, I'm jumping from place to place. Would you like to know why? I
No,
think I
I don't
told you
care
this.
why. Just do your thing.
Well, I'll tell you why, because it's part of my things to talk about. Would you know that ADHD medicine is on back order right now across the world? There is a ADHD medicine shortage.
Is there a shortage? Really? Or you
Yes.
think it's
Well,
a
that
conspiracy
well,
to it?
well, that's what my pharmacy is telling me. I hope they
Right,
not lying
right.
to me
That's
because
the
I've been
official
calling them.
line. That's the
Yeah,
official
that's
line. That is a
you
shortage.
know what? I hadn't even thought the conspiracy route, but now my wheels is gonna get to turning. But yeah, man, I ain't been able to take my meds in about 2 weeks. I'm
Mm.
falling off the hinges here. Good thing it's only my ADHD meds. 'Cause I tell you what, I'm like, I don't want to be dependent on meds, but it does help regulate my everyday life. And I am feeling the effects of not having that one piece to my puzzle.
Really?
Absolutely. And
I hate that for you. I wish
I
I could
thought,
relate, but I can't.
yeah, I know you can't. That's why I'm finna
You,
explain it real good for you.
hey, I could give you a piece of advice though, because I know somebody who seems as if they have a touch of ADHD, but they ain't
Uh
on no
huh.
meds. Just fucking go with it. Just go with it.
When I go with it though, that's what CJ used to be used to, and so now when I go with it, I think he be thinking I'm like manic or something because I'll
He
be all
probably
over the
do.
place,
Cause that's
and I
how I
catch
feel about this particular person. Like,
and
sit your ass down somewhere.
I catch the thing. Look, you can catch yourself. I can see that I'm going all over the place, but I just can't stop. Like when I just went off about white men can't jump and Jack Harlow, I'm like, I know I'm jumping, but I can't
Right.
stop. I feel like I'm on a trampoline that I can't get off of. I'm just
You
like,
can't get off
yeah,
of
this
it.
is fun. Let me tell you more.
You
Yeah,
going
and it is
going downhill with no brakes.
no brakes, and a brick wall is right there at the bottom. And I'm like, well, might as well just get this all off while I can. But yeah, it didn't kick in. It only kicks in like when I'm having like constant conversation. Like I felt bad for mommy. Ooh, I felt bad for mommy because we was talking and we was talking about that book that I was just telling you
Uh-huh.
about. We probably
Did
talked
so
about an
did she read
hour.
the book?
She
Has
just
she
finished
read the book?
today.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I bet
Yep, because
y'all
I've
both
been
was boy. We get both of y'all talking
look, and it don't help. She
so
thought she knew the
rambling
twist.
fast.
Cause this how she do, right? When I send her the books, she'll be texting me the updates, and she be trying to get me to tell her the twist. She be like,
Mm-hmm.
and that's why that's her daughter. I said, no, it's not.
Oh
I said,
Lord.
let me know when you get to the real twist, cause you make it twist up. But I thought the same. But yeah, so this big project I'm working on at work, we had a all day meeting with some developers that we're hiring, and we flew them out because we wanted to be in person. And it's 8 of us in this conference room. It's an all day meeting. I have no medicine
Ooh.
and I am struggling. I ain't never took so many bathroom breaks in my life, but I felt like I was in school again. I ain't like that at all. I was like,
Mm.
see, I need the weekend to get here because I'm like, I'm sitting there, I'm paying attention, but fingers is tapping, my
Yeah.
knees is jumping, my
You struggling.
thoughts is I'm thinking, it's raining today. I thought about getting a car wash today, but I still need to clean my car out. It looks like it's gonna stop raining today. It's getting a little sunny out, and then I'm like, get it together, Kiara. And as soon as I think I'm focusing, here come another thought, and I'm like, oh, well, I'm gonna just ride it out. Let's see where this goes. But yeah, shout out to all my ADHDers out there who
That's right.
are in this rut. If you look, y'all ain't hear this from me, but if you ain't in a rut and you got some concerta, uh
Stop.
email daddydaughter dishes@gmail.com. I kid. But if
Wink,
you
wink.
email me, I will not ignore the email.
Oh goodness gracious!
Mm.
You you are something else.
I am indeed. I am indeed. Did you ever let's this is a weird question. Did you ever notice my ADHD symptoms as a child? Do you think?
Absolutely not. I don't think so. So let me check in with myself and replay
Wait, let
the
me
childhood.
preface it. Hold on, let me preface it with this because ADHD in girls when they're younger appears differently as ADHD in boys.
So
So
how
where
what would that do for me?
and you might be thinking, did I ever see Key like running around like a squirrel, like not being still? It ain't like that for girls when they're younger.
What's it like?
Like it's almost like total opposite, if I'm not mistaken. Like it's sitting with yourself, kind of being hyper focused on things. So maybe like an obsession with something, maybe a certain subject. You know, you ain't gotta go all the way back in your memories. But
No, I can't. I cannot.
hyper talkative, interrupting others, exaggerated emotional responses, appearing withdrawn, daydreaming,
You
disorganized
know.
and messy. I give me
You
that one.
know. I was a present absent dad.
That you were a part time present dad.
No, I was a present absent dad. Like I was present, but I wasn't here a lot. So that might be
Yeah,
a question more suited for your mother, because when Daddy came home, I mean, early on when you was younger, I would pick you up. When I come off the road, it was just happy time when you got
Yeah,
around to
that is home.
enjoying being around me. It was like, what we gonna do? And it was whatever you said we was gonna do, that's what we went and did. Like I didn't really didn't leave a
Yeah,
lot of
see.
space for none of that in-depth observation stuff. It was like I want you to enjoy me because I know in a day and a half, 2 days, I gotta get back on the road or go back to doing line work, whatever I was doing, one of the two at
Man, are
the
you
time.
making it up now? You get all of key now.
That's all right. I'm gonna take it. Every last bit of it. I'm gonna take it all. Just special self. You look like
And people love me.
Eddie Kane Jr. Nights like this, I wish that raindrops would fall.
Sing it, man.
Can't nobody
Jesus.
sing like Eddie Kane Jr.
Anyways, we might need to get you tested for this. Not playing. But yeah, man, it's the whole shortage, and I'm feeling it. But
Did they give a
nevertheless, we move.
reasoning for the shortage? Is it that is the medicine held up in warehouses, or it's just not being produced, or do you have
From
any
what I
insight on
googled,
that?
this is what they gave me when I googled,
Mm,
and it's
mm.
a sack of shit if you ask
I'm
me.
sure. I was
Uh,
just getting ready. You took the words right out of my mouth. I was getting ready to say, I'm sure it
I
sounds like a sack of poo poo.
and it is a sack of poo poo indeed. Basically, they're saying that the United States experienced an uppage of ADHD diagnoses in the past few years, and they were not expecting that rise. Therefore, they did not increase production in medicine. Therefore, they are now feeling the effects of not having enough medicine, and for some reason, they can't just produce more because Concerta, Ritalin, those are all stimulants, and there's some sort of FDA regulation that like you can't produce a certain amount of some bullshit that they could easily pass something in order to make more, but I'm sure they about to do something in order to get more money. I don't know. All I know is I ain't got no medicine.
Mm. Are there any alternative treatments for ADHD, like any all natural treatments that you could possibly explore?
I mean, nature's what you call it earlier, nature's beauty,
The
nature's
natural,
grass.
the natural cigarette.
The natural cigarette is it can be a great it calms the mind. Not even that natural cigarette, but like CBD. There's
Mm-hmm.
this particular CBD strain of flower that I like that slows the thoughts down. Like I tell CJ, my thoughts feel like a news ticker. Like that's how
Ah,
fast my thoughts
constantly
go. It
going,
goes
just never
so
stop.
fast and it never stops. And sometimes it's a repeat of information, but it's coming by anyways. And so when I'm in my zone and I'm able to just chill out a little, I'm able to
Mm-hmm.
slow it down. And that's when like I feel a lot better when I do that. Which also upsets me because for so many years the use of marijuana and THC and things like that have been
So taboo.
stigmatized. Yeah, and
So,
everybody think it's for addicts, and it's like, okay, but have you tried it? Because your thoughts will slow down.
but that's the whole thing. Like the nat the CBD and that stuff. It seems like it's all natural, right?
For the most part.
It seems like that would be better for you. It seems like that would be pushed a little bit more than the actual meds
Oh,
because
but dear dad, then they couldn't make money off of the medicine. Are you are you forgetting where
no,
you live?
I know how to farm a big farmer works and all that good stuff, but you would think they would engage in just grow some goddamn weed or sell
You would
it
think
like
so. Hey, but when you live in a Bible Belt ass state like me, they still think that's the devil's
yeah, you
lettuce.
check out them damn the clinics, the marijuana stores that are legal in the damn Bible belts. They have the longest damn lines. I'm about sick of them Bible belt people, them
They
damn
charge a
people.
lot of taxes too. But that's
Trust
alright because
me.
the store regulated stuff don't even be better than the stuff you can get off the street.
Mm,
Y'all didn't hear that from me though, 'cause
take that store regulated stuff.
yeah, but hey, look, the good thing is that even the stuff that is legal, like in North Carolina, I have a new CBD shop I like to visit, and they got the I don't know, the people might whoever regulates them might want to go check because I don't think that the stuff that they claim is legal is actually legal. I don't know what they labeling it with, but sometimes like it'll be like, oh, this is perfect for your day to day work. Like it just will calm you down, and I'll
Mm,
take it.
and
And
be
I literally
stuck.
had to tell somebody that I had accidentally took some sinus medicine, some nighttime sinus meds, because I was stuck. And I said, "Oh no, I can't do this." Literally, the item was labeled like best for working, best for getting work done, best for working at work,
That's what it said. That's
and
what it said on the
I'm
package.
I'm at work like I'm supposed to be moving a mouse right now, but nothing is moving. I said, you know what? I should probably just go home. I think I'm gonna just go. So I just went and sat, and I sat there in my truck till I felt better. I said, yeah, I'm gonna go home because I ain't no good to nobody right now.
Oh my
But I
goodness.
bet, I bet you my thoughts wasn't roaming. No, I ain't had no thoughts
Oh
whatsoever except
man.
just drive safe. But
That's
yeah, so
crazy.
shortage of my meds. If anybody does have any natural remedies too, because I know like there's a few vitamins that I do take. They help a lot. They help just make me sharper overall. But you can
Mhm.
absolutely tell that the medicine is not in my system. But I'm just glad it ain't one of my antidepressants, because we would be having a whole nother conversation if so. We'll have to talk
If
about
any
that
at
one day.
all.
Yeah, we'll have to talk about that one day because that's a it's a what you call double edged sword.
Yeah.
The
I
whole
think
antidepressant thing.
anytime you have to get prescribed a medicine that's touched by man, so to speak, there's always a double edged sword. I mean, we see it all the time with them damn commercials. They come out with a medicine
If
to
you or a
treat
loved
this,
one took
and
blah blah
then
blah,
at the
you may be
end of
entitled to
it,
compensation. Oh,
you
that
get
one. Okay.
you get the long list of side effects, and
May
then you
cause
gotta go
death.
you gotta go take some medicine to treat the side effects. And next thing you know, you gon' 5 different damn medications, and you walk around your asshole leaking for no damn reason. You wonder what the hell. Now you need some depends and everything. So yeah,
And one of the
it's
side effects of the medicine is the actual issue that you taking the medicine for in the first place. It'd be
right.
like
Like,
here's medicine for your suicide, may cause suicide. And like, are y'all tricking me? Is this a
may
placebo?
cause hey, they say may cause life threatening thoughts. Try to disguise it a little bit.
They try to soften the try to trigger warning of suicide. Like, all right, yeah, all right, gotcha,
Yeah, but that's them.
noted. So don't miss a dose. Bet.
That what them folks do. What do you think about? Damn, I don't know. I just had a thought pop in my head about FedEx pilots. They
I
on
missed
strike.
that one.
FedEx pilots.
No,
Yeah,
is
they
that
down
why I'm
there.
still waiting on a package?
It may be, man. Like they don't want to pay them folks down there. I saw some saying, they made all that money during COVID. And I think I read something that said these pilots are operating on the contract from 2016, maybe. And they ain't really had a change in their contract since then. And if so, that's not cool. Pay them people, man.
That
Like them
is
people worked through
not
COVID, and y'all
that.
made billions during COVID, and y'all got government money during COVID off the backs of those people. Pay them people, man. I don't understand this shit about these big multinational corporations. You read they damn spreadsheets, they end of the year numbers. They got so many billions of dollars in profit after they done paid all their bills. But soon as the workers, the people who doing the damn work, ask for a little bit more money, just a little bit, can't never find no money to try to pay the people. It's just like the
Nope.
government. They do the same thing. You talking about going bombing somebody. You got one group telling you Oh, how are we gonna pay for it? No, they be like, go on, pay, do it. Let's do it. You know, America first, and we gotta show that we ain't weak. Let's just go do it. And then when it comes time to help some people in the country that really need help, then they start asking these questions about, well, who's gonna pay for that?
You want the government handout?
Yeah, they announce a
Man,
handout.
oh
Now you
boy.
trying, but you trying to help people that's here that need help, that genuinely need help. And you can't never find the money to do that. Or you tie the money up with some other bullshit that you want into the damn bill instead of just help the damn. Just help the people that need to be helped.
Politics.
It's
Just
a sick
like real
thing, man.
quick, you got a train. Is a train coming
You
by, or
already
is
know.
just a...
You already know.
Okay, I was about to say, I think I hear a train, but I ain't heard a train in a hot minute, so I got a little
Yeah.
excited. It was either
You
a
know
train or
what?
tornado,
Pause.
and you still sitting.
Pause.
So
You know, you remember when you was little and we was living here, you'd be running through the house playing. Just playing. Mind your own damn business. And then you'll just come up out of nowhere and be like, Daddy, train coming. We'd be like, what are you talking about? Train coming. I don't hear nothing. And then 3 minutes later, here come a train. Everybody looking at each other like, what the fuck going on with this kid? Like, I swear you used to do that all the time. Like, we could
I'm a
not
train
hear.
with stuff. Let me
I don't know
find
what
out.
I don't know what the hell you call it. You either that or you got some darn good hearing, because we would try to listen for it when you said it in the moment, and we wouldn't be able to. Because I mean, you can hear one
Yeah,
coming in the
but you
distance.
can't
You
hear it
can
when
hear it,
it's in mounds.
right? And you'll be like, "It's a train coming," and we'll be like, "Girl, if you don't go get out of here, go play." And like I say, 3 minutes later, it come. Goddamn, she just said a train was coming. You know, Far
Hey,
they used to mess with that baby said that damn train was coming, and look at God, there it is, right there. That's my baby, she's special.
she's so smart. I found the earrings he bought me the other day from unpacking. I almost started crying. I almost wore them, but I
Oh
forgot.
wow.
Um, oh, that's funny you say that because I used to. You probably don't remember me saying this because, like you said, part time. What you call yourself, present absent
I was a
dad? I
present
think it's one
absent
of them.
dad.
This was one of them present absent moments. I used to tell mommy, I think I'm part dog.
No, I don't remember.
when when you used to come home in Metropolis, when you would open the front door, my ears would perk up. Like hearing the sound of the door open would make my ears perk up. Like I could feel my ears rising.
Okay.
And so I used to just tell mommy, you know how dogs' ears go up when they. I think I'm part dog. Like I had come to that conclusion just based on the facts that was there. I said, okay, every time I hear noise, my ear come up. Therefore, I am part dog. And still to this day, certain noises, CJ, I be feeling so bad for my baby. He be playing stuff on his phone, and it'll be something with like some noise, and I say, CJ, what you doing? Can you turn that off? He'll be like, huh? I'm like, what's that noise? And he'll be like, oh, it's the video on my phone. Can you please? It's torturing my ears. Please stop.
Oh wow. So you got really.
I'm
So you know what? I don't know. Even like when we lived in Paducah, when you was a baby in diapers, and I was driving, and I would pull that semi up in front of the apartment, and you was a little baby then, and this used to crack me up. You would be in that window, like I don't know what might have went on inside the apartment, but when I pulled up, I would look in that window. Every time I would look in that window, I would see your face. You're like, there go daddy, and then
Daddy
you try to
home.
get
It's
to the
time to
door,
play.
and you would
Daddy's
run.
home.
Your mama used to open that door, you bust out that door in that diaper, and you just hauling ass towards me, boy. That used to be, boy. I used to look forward to that all the time.
I probably
That
heard you coming up the street
you
20
probably
minutes
heard me.
ago.
You probably heard me getting off I-24 back in the day when we lived in Purdue. Here come daddy. Come daddy. I ain't gonna say nothing to mommy. Here come daddy. Let me go
Hang
get in
on,
this
Dad.
window.
Let me go get in the window. There you go. Get ready to play with dad. I think it's Kevin Hart who was like, "Dad is home. Time to play." And he was like, "You ever just sit in the driveway and then pull out the driveway when you see the kid in the door instead of going in? You put it in reverse. Say, nah, never mind. I'll be back later." Okay. I can't
That's
do this
terrible.
right now.
That's terrible. That's terrible. Oh
Forgot where we
man.
was at though. Damn, we went.
Yeah, I don't know. We went off,
Well,
but that's cool.
oh, that's what I was gonna ask you. Sports segment. What
Hmm?
the hell is up with the Heat?
What you mean?
What? I thought we was gonna be
Shit.
talking about the actual playoffs by now.
Boston, they figured they needed to start playing a full game. Like they would play. I said it before. Every game to the fourth quarter, they would go. Seem like they would go into the fourth quarter with a lead, but in the fourth quarter, Miami would battle, and wear their ass out in the fourth quarter. But now it seems like Boston, they are definitely up to the challenge. I guess that game's on like right now as we talking.
It's halftime. I was just gonna
Is
tell
it?
you the score 52-41, Miami up.
Mm. So I'm sure it's gonna be interesting. I'm probably not gonna get to watch it, but I'll see the highlights. It was crazy because
I
I
know.
was watching that game the other night and I was locked in, and then something happened with the TV where I was watching it
Mm.
on that last play. And when I got the TV back on the
No.
channel, all I seen was Boston celebrating, and I'm like, "What the hell just happened?" And then I saw the replay, the highlight, and I'm like, "Well, I'll be damned."
That's something very similar. Well, not very similar, but me and CJ, we was getting ready to. We was sitting on we call it the dangerous corner of the couch. Sat there, got the blanket. We was all comfy, getting ready to watch the game. Turn it on. Felt like I blinked. Game over. And CJ, I see. It's like me and him both woke up at the same time, and he said,
Oh,
"Who won?" And I said, "The Celtics." And I said, "Jason Tatum did it." Then we finally get our stuff together, and I realized, oh no, he did not do it.
right.
The boy with the big forehead did it. But that was I was happy to see the replay. I'm excited that they are in a game 7, but it just was I don't know. I feel like if I was Jimmy Butler, I would just be a little upset. Like y'all got ahead that far.
I
But I
mean,
mean, I guess that's what the actual playoff is for. It's just
that's playoff basketball. That's the beauty of playoff basketball. Like you just never know what's gonna happen. That's why college the March Madness is so
Final
crazy
Four.
because any given night, any team can beat any team in college basketball. NBA,
And any
you got
player can have a night.
and you in the NBA, you get basically you get 7 chances, and you
Hmm.
know, but it's the same premise. Anybody can show up on any given night, and that's what makes it interesting. That's why people tune in.
And that's
I don't
my
think
speaking of
nobody's. I don't
sports
think. I don't think. I don't know if either one of those teams is going to be able to.
already for a Joker.
I'm not seeing it. I would like to see it, but I don't know. And Jamal Murray, like not just Joker, you got this man. That's gonna be tough.
You know what though? I was listening to some sports analyst discussions because one, this podcast keeps me on my toes. I have to come educated. And they did bring up a good point about how, it will be, I think, how many days since they last played a game?
They might be a little rusty for the first game,
Yeah, for the first game. I thought that was an interesting observation. I mean, it was something I had kind of thought about, but I didn't realize it was like
but
reality. Like they might really be a little rusty because
but
they
then
just haven't had to play.
on the flip side of that, that team that just came out of this 7 game series, they might be a little fatigued, depending on how many days are between the first game of the
This is
finals.
true.
Like if it
This is
goes
true.
right into it, that team might be a little sluggish, that first game. And you just
It's
don't
true.
know. Because that team that's been resting, hell, they might just been going through practice, going through the flow of things, and they might just be loose, come out that first game and blow their ass out by 30 points. You just never know. You just never
So
know.
many
That's why you watch.
variables.
That's why people watch.
I can't say I'm excited to watch, but
You're
I
not.
actually I'm not as excited as I wanted to be because I was really hoping I would get to see Braun play
You
another
would
in
have
another
been more
finals.
excited to see Boston versus LA with LeBron leading LA, or even Miami versus LA with
I
LeBron
would have
going up
loved to
against
see
one of his
Miami
other
play LA.
teams. Yeah,
Would have loved to watch that.
that
But
would have been that.
I ain't disappointed. I ain't upset or nothing. I just wasn't expecting this turnout.
Only people disappointed is the people who watch the ratings.
Mm.
Because you're not going to have the. I don't think you're going to have the viewership that
Oh,
you would
absolutely
have
not.
had the Lakers made the finals. But you might
Probably
get
don't
a
have
you
it.
might get better basketball watching Denver play whoever. Because both of the
And
teams
I'd
out the
have,
East are pretty sound overall as far as
yeah,
teams. Both teams are pretty sound. So on paper it should be a good series, but we gonna see. We're gonna see.
yeah. We'll see. I'm excited. We'll be back in the next week to talk about basketball once more. You see, my Canes is done.
Yeah, I saw they didn't
They
they didn't
asses
quite
at
they didn't
home.
cut the mustard.
I'm
It's all
okay with
right.
it.
It's always
They
next
didn't
year.
need they need that extra practice time for next year.
No, you
Somebody got to
should have.
work on his
You should
goals.
have. You should have wore that damn jersey. Is what you should have done.
Ah, la, 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 la. It's okay. I'm gonna wear it. I'm gonna wear it for the actual Stanley Cup Finals. I'm gonna put bad luck on every team. Yay!
You're gonna be
Go
looking at the
Canes.
TV,
North
putting a curse,
Carolina. Yep.
playing Petey
Fingers
Pablo.
North Carolina, come on and raise up.
You're
Ain't
gonna
nothing
take
going
this
on.
shirt off, put it around
Just
your
took
head.
around the edge and looking helicopter. Yeah, that's my jam. I said I know they running his royalties up because every time we go to a game, you
Oh
been they
yeah,
play
when we
about
went, yeah, they
12,000
played the hell out
times
that
in
song. I'm
North
like,
Carolina. Like if you don't know if your song hitting no more, just go to a Canes game, Petey Pablo, because I know you live in Durham. They'll let
yeah,
you know.
I'm
I
sure
was
he
gonna say
know.
something. I should say, oh, me and CJ was talking earlier about the podcast. CJ was saying he was like he really likes hearing our TV and movie talk and our sports talk. He was like, sometimes y'all really be on point with the sports, but then he said sometimes because CJ love him some sports. Like that boy, he got a sports encyclopedia in the back of his head. He said, sometimes y'all be right there, but y'all just miss it. And I was like, what are you talking about? And he was like, y'all will be like, that was so and so. And didn't he play with and he was talking about the draft class. He was like, Carmelo Anthony, LeBron James, blah, 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 blah. I was like, all right, Mr. Sports, we might have to have you on for the sports segment since you know everything. You know all the
Uh,
sports. Nah, but it's funny watching him talk about sports. He talked about LeBron for about
I'm sure he did.
probably
I'm sure he
it's
did.
as someone who is open to being educated about certain topics, I really enjoy listening to people talk about like stuff that you could really tell they're knowledgeable about. Like
Mhm.
hearing CJ talk about LeBron and D Wade at certain games. He always talked about the Kobe and D Wade game. I think on
Yeah.
Christmas.
Yep.
Or
When Kobe hit
yeah,
that shot on D Wade.
he
Yeah.
always talk about how he broke his heart that day. And
Mhm.
I just picture like 10, 12, 13-year old Siege. Like, come on, man. Like I just picture little Siege and that just makes my heart happy.
Kobe
But
broke a
yeah,
lot of
so
people's hearts on that day.
he
That was a
let
tough one.
you let CJ tell it, and I be feeling the pain from that day. Just by the pain in his heart. I'd be like, my poor
My
baby.
son-in-law, I love him to death. I love him to death, but he's just a LeBron man, and he's that darn Washington Generals man. Oh, I ain't gonna never. That might be the only thing I don't like
Washington
about him.
Generals.
I mean, what the hell?
That is a
Commanders.
better.
Yeah, I can't even.
Hey,
I can't even get
hey,
the name of the team right.
it's a better name than the Commanders because I'm still trying to figure out what the hell a commander is. I take
Yeah,
generals over commander any day.
I think the Washington Generals was the team that used to play against the Harlem Globetrotters all the time back in the day. I think,
Well, they should have
but
sued them and got that team, then that name.
that ain't much better. I'm sure that team. Does he know? You need to check with him. Maybe we check in on the next episode. Have they officially changed ownership yet? Because I think I last read that they agreed to get it out of Quinn's hands. I think that's his name.
I'm pretty sure they did. I feel like I remember hearing something about this, but if I'm wrong, he definitely gonna tell me.
Yeah, check with him.
Um,
Just check with him. We'll touch back on it later.
we'll circle back. We'll circle
Yeah, we'll
back.
circle back. We'll circle back.
Yeah,
What
yeah.
else you
But
got? You got anything else?
that was the a review that I wanted to bring to the table. It was a nice thing to hear from an inside source within the home. He be listening on his way home from work, and he watches YouTube videos on. He don't be watching. He just play it for the video. He listens on YouTube when he come
Mm,
home. So
that's
he'll
me.
stream it to the TV. I'm
That's
like,
me.
that is so dangerous. Y'all, I'm finna
I
with
do the
both of
same
y'all.
thing. Like I'll prop my
Both.
phone up on when you drop on Wednesday mornings, then I get the
Uh huh.
notification. I'll prop it up on the
Mm-hmm.
dash of the truck, and I'm driving to
Yeah.
work, smiling and listening to yeah, for sure. I try to keep my eyes on the road though. Safe driver here. I
Hey,
gotta
sometimes
renew
it's too
my
good.
license here in the next few days because I got a birthday coming up. So I got
You
the notice in the
do.
mail. One of them pieces
How
of
old are you
paper in
gonna
the
be?
mail. 48, man. 48. The big
Really?
48. Yes.
That you don't look like it.
Thank you. Shout out to hair and makeup. Thank
Yeah, you looking real nice. I give it to you.
you. Thank you. I got new
I give it to
headphones
you.
on too.
I see.
But
I wasn't gonna call you out.
they're not new. They've just been here I've been having intentions since we started recording this podcast on bringing these to Evansville, but I always
Mm.
forget them. And I was here and I'm like, well, shit, this is a great opportunity for me to use my other headphones. I bought these, I think when me and your mama went to California
San
on
Diego.
vacation. Yeah. And I bought
I remember
these.
because
I
they
mean, I
expensive,
bought them
ain't they?
out the airport, so they
Yep.
cost too much. I probably shouldn't have
Yep.
paid what I paid for them, but they're really nice.
Yep. I remember scolding you about that.
Yeah, yeah. Anywho,
Um, what you got any reviews for me this week?
uh, no, I don't. Not off the top of my head, I don't have any. No, I do not. I just
Okay,
got
bet.
some.
Cause
I
I got
got a couple of assurances that uh people are gonna start listening and
oh,
subscribing and putting out likes, but not an official review.
shout out to the people. Shout out to the
Shout out to the
people.
people.
Well,
Shout out to the people.
I come bearing a Dear John letter. Or I
Dear
guess I should
John.
say a love John letter because
Okay.
he's not writing to himself. Give me just a second. Here he is. He labeled it himself. I love it. Uncle John says, "What up from the Dear John corner? LOL. This podcast dearly and truly makes my week. Wink, you remind me so much of your mother with the remarks of sarcasm, and that customer service voice was on point. I look forward to next week, so don't stop and continue to let it whip. Shout out to 3D."
Oh yeah.
Oh, I do have another one.
Uh
It
oh.
well,
Give it to me.
it's not a review technically, but it is someone who interacted
Comment
with
about
one
the
of our
show.
posts on social. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Did you see
Yeah,
that?
go
Come on.
ahead.
Did you see that comment?
I didn't. If I did I? I don't know. No. Let's read
I
it.
don't think so because it's a long one. First of all, it's Roger Mel. You know that person?
Roger Mail. Where's
Mm-hmm.
that on?
That's Facebook.
Hell no. I'm gonna have to go
I
look
don't
at that.
I don't think so because it's one of the public videos. But it's in response to our clip about me preferring whoopings over hearing you say that you disappointed in me. Roger Mill says that pain is necessary because a 2-year old doesn't really understand later consequences. It's hard for them to put it together, but pain will put today's actions may end up in pain tomorrow. So you think about, is it worth it? Which is something every adult has to do. That's maturity. I'm not saying a 2-year old will be mature or saying a toddler should be treated as an adult. I'm saying parenting means you are creating responsible adults. It takes 18 years to create those types of adults. Years and years of development. Trust takes a while to build and rebuild. Adult concepts takes a very long time to understand. So
Well, Roger Mail.
that was a great comment that I was not expecting um
I don't
to
have
pop
no
up on my
idea who
feed.
that is. That's just
I
somebody
mean, you
who.
that's a good thing. That's a great thing
Yeah,
because that
that's a
means
great
that,
thing.
yeah, and that's the
That
kind of
made
comments
me.
I like to see.
Yeah, that's
We
dope.
reaching the masses, bruh.
Yeah, like yeah, that's awesome.
And
Shout
I
out
looked
to
at our
Roger
podcast
Mel.
numbers. Yeah, shout out to Roger Mel. I looked at our numbers from that episode, and it seems like a lot of people are coming from social to that specific episode. So that was
Mm,
cool. I was like, I
yeah,
like to see,
I
when we
love
say
those.
review us and talk to us, we don't just mean so we can read it and be like, oh, they said they loved our show. Like, we like
Right.
discourse. We like to
Yeah.
talk to y'all.
Give us the smoke.
Yeah.
If
Hey,
there's a
let
little
us,
smoke, we'll take some smoke.
but just be a little nice now because I'm sensitive about my shit, okay? I will
I'm gonna
start
take it.
crying.
I just
I will
know
start crying on this podcast.
I am an avid reciprocator. Just know that.
He gonna be reciprocating, and I'm gonna be here crying. So just be careful in how you choose your words.
And don't make my baby cry. Because you make my baby cry, it's
Exactly.
gonna be some goddamn furniture moving around this mouth.
I will
Trying to
track your
kill my life.
IP address and send you glitter. So
Bust their
you better
head
watch
to the
it.
bust it to the white meat. Ain't that what Bernie Mac said?
That is what he
I
said.
swear for
I
the
just feel
Lord, it's gonna be some furniture moving on site when I see him. I swear for the Lord.
yeah, just watch your mouth, all right? Just watch your mouth. But we do appreciate feedback. And that being said, y'all give us reviews on podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, wherever you can rate us, wherever you find us. Let us know. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, share it with somebody. Let them know you enjoy the content. Let them know that we get new mics and our audio game is stepping up as well. So just let them know it's a lot coming from Daddy Dar Dishes and a lot more dad jokes too. Dad,
Not dad jokes.
you know what
You
I
got a
have for
banger.
you.
You got a banger for me today.
We got a short one, but it's a banger.
All right,
Then
I'm ready for it.
this one came from a child also.
Okay, it ain't a little Johnny joke.
Our
No, good.
nah. Who is the king of all school supplies?
Who is the king of all school supplies? Who is the king of all school supplies?
The ruler.
Ah! Get you.
We'll see y'all next week.
Hey, y'all be good. If you can't be good at it.